and welcome to my channel, On the Hook Crochet, where we talk about wearable crochet style. And let's find out what's on the hook and what's been on the hook. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I did. It was beautiful weather, but we didn't go anywhere, so we just hung around the house, and that's all people are doing right now, unless you're going to work, which is a nice thing, I guess, if you like to go to work. But I've been working at home for a while, so it's not a big deal for me to stay here. But sometimes I get a little antsy to get in my car. So I think we did get out and just take a little drive and came right back. So we didn't really go anywhere. Ran a couple of errands. So I hope you had a great weekend, though, and that it was relaxing, and that we're all looking forward to things opening up again, and especially here in the South. If you're not in the South, you might not be feeling the same way we are, but our restaurants and nail salons and hair salons or all that are starting to open up. So we're all very, very excited about that. I'm not sure how many people will actually go to those places, but I guess if you have a face mask, you can go in with fair amount of confidence. I really don't know. I don't own a face mask. I made one a long time ago, and I hate to wear them on my face. They just make me feel so closed in. But if I had to wear one, I probably would. And I do need a haircut, so I might go to my hairdresser and get a haircut, but I'll probably be wearing a face mask. So I'll be probably making one as well, so out of material or something a little bit prettier than white vacuum cleaner bags. I don't think I'm going to go that far. All right, today I have several things for you, and at the end we're going to have a video from Jo with her newest project bag, a beautiful dragonfly bag, so you'll want to see that. Next, I want to show you what I'm really here for today. Besides the giveaways that will be very last, but I wanted to review an acquisition that I received from Lion Brand. I ordered some Truboo yarn from Lion Brand. I ordered two colors, the coral and the white. Now they're very, very beautiful. I'll show you what they look like. And there they are, coral and white, and they're named those two colors. And I pulled them out of the skein, and I used them with a kind of a large hook, a J hook. These are number 3 yarn, so they're very, very slick, and I'll show you that. You can see how slick this is. It's got quite a sheen on it. So when I went to crochet it, I realized that it had quite a sheen on it. And it's also a little bit splitty. It's not terrible, though. I mean, I never really have a lot of trouble with splitting threads, but this was really, really slick. And it actually slid off my clover metal hook very, very easily, almost too easily. So I have to adjust that when I start working with a garment. And I have done a little bit of a swatch. And I'll show you that because I did a couple of rows of just regular crochet in the coral. And then I did a row of a combination of the coral and white together. And they're held together. The row at the very top is the two colors held together. And then the bottom row, of course, is just the coral by itself. And it's very pretty. It's got a nice stitch definition. It's a beautiful yarn, but you can't really make any mistakes. Like I did a couple of puff stitches on this. If you can see that, there's one and there's the other one, just to see how they would look. And of course, there's too much of a space there. I would have to do something about that. I love puff stitches, but they are a real yarn hog, and the problem with that is I have 3 skeins of each one. I bought a package. I think it was Lion Brand, where I got these from Lion Brand. Maybe got them from Amazon. I can't ever remember. But they were packaged, 3 in a package, and they were a little bit better deal. I think they were from Amazon, actually. And the color choices were not as many as they were on Lion Brand, but the price was a little bit less. And so I went ahead and ordered them. Lion Brand is very, very slow in shipping, and I was wanting to get started with this garment. And I know I have startitis. I have an easy time starting and a hard time finishing. But I have been finishing my projects. I've been forced to finish them because of my YouTube channel for one reason. And another reason is that I just like to finish things now. I don't like to leave them sitting around. And I have probably 6 active WIPs going right now. So this will make it number 7. But this is a summer top that I'm going to make out of this. This is 100% rayon bamboo, and it's so soft you just can't imagine it. It's very, very soft. It looks like it might develop a little bit of a halo after you wear it a few times. I don't know how it washes up. It says to, I think it says machine wash, cool, lay flat. So that usually doesn't mean that it's going to hold up all that terribly well. I don't really know that, I shouldn't say. But the name of this yarn again is Truboo, of course, boo and bamboo, Truboo. So they've named it a cute name and everything, and I want to tell you about it. So I did my swatch with it, and then I went to my patterns and I thought, how can I use these two colors? And when I ordered the yarn, I really had determined that I was making a side-to-side sweater like this one, and you've seen me wear that before if you watch my videos. It's not a difficult pattern to make, but the crocheting is from the right or left shoulder to the other shoulder, and it's done in stripes, and I'll show that to you right now. This is my side-to-side sweater. There's a close-up of it, what it looks like. It's done in 3 different colors: a yellow, a charcoal, and then a multicolored yellow, charcoal, and white. So I made the Busy Bee sweater out of this color right here, and I loved it so much that I put it in this sweater as one of the stripes, and each stripe is 2 rows wide. So it's very easy to change yarn. You just pick up the yarn from the 3rd row back and start that row. I found a string here. So anyway, this is the side-to-side sweater. It's a scoop neck, sleeveless, not even a cap sleeve really. I just sewed the side seams. I didn't put any, it looks like I didn't even put an edging on here. I just let the side go straight down. This has a charcoal down the middle of the side, a charcoal line, which is right there, I believe. And then it also has a charcoal binding around the bottom of several rows. It looks like single crochet. I'm not quite sure, but I think that's single crochet. And then around the neckline, just 1 row of single crochet. Very, very simple pattern, very easy to make. And you measure from your shoulder up here all the way down to as long as you want the sweater to be. You chain up and then you start working the sweater. So it's a very easy make, and I wanted to do this in a 2-row repeat for the side-to-side sweater. So we'll see how that goes. I might have to drop down on my hook size. I used a J actually to make this sweater out of a size 2 yarn. So I don't know why it's so thick. I may have to wear something under this. No, it doesn't look like it. So I don't know. Every yarn is a little bit different. But the Truboo, I'm not sure if you can see through it. It looks like you can. I'm really not sure how that's going to work out. But if I use a half double crochet or a similar stitch for the stripes, it'll probably be just fine. I think that'll be a nice little top. I don't want to spend ages and ages crocheting it, so I think it'll go pretty fast. I don't think I'm going to do the holding the 2 together. I'm not sure I like that look. I think I'm going to like the coral stripe, 2 coral stripes, 2 white stripes, 2 coral and 2 white. I had a dream last night. It might look too much like an umbrella. I really don't know why I dreamed that, but anyway, that's it may look like that when I get finished with it, but I don't think so. I will stop if it gets that way. At the very beginning, I usually stop a project if it's not going to be what I want it to look like. So that's the acquisition that I made and that I received, and I'm so excited about that. I wanted to try this yarn, so I'm getting ready to start that. Okay, for our What Are We Wearing Today section of my video. I'm wearing the Woodland Tweed, which I wore a week ago Friday. And it wasn't really the Woodland Tweed video, so if you're looking for the video, that's it. A week ago Friday, I don't know the date, but I'll put a link to that at the end of this video if you want to see it. I think I did that the other day too, but I had a couple people ask me where it was, and it was on the end of the video. Sometimes people miss that. But this is the pattern that's out on Etsy. It's this sweater, and very comfortable. I actually wore it once this weekend as well. Now today I have it on with a tank top because it is a little chilly. It's just going to be in the high 50s, low 60s. So I'm needing a little bit of extra warmth here, but it's very, very cool. My arms are not hot or anything. So I really like this for spring and summer wear. Mostly spring. Summer may be a little too warm. I don't know yet. I'll have to find out when summer comes. Hopefully it'll come soon. And then Crystal is wearing my fall into autumn pattern, and I really like that pattern. It's very quick to make, and I'll show you why. Because here's the bottom of it. I used a purple to edge this in a yarn that I already had in my stash, and I also ran around the neck and did the sleeve cuffs in the purple. But this is mandala tweed, and I didn't think I was going to like it. I really didn't like it at first because the colors went from yellow to purple to gold to blue. It's got a whole mix of colors, and if you're adventurous, it's a great yarn to pick up. I don't think I used more than 2 cakes of this. I probably did use a couple of cakes, but they're very large. This is also one of those patterns that I chain out and do the sleeves straight out. This is a very smooth line up here. There's no seam here. So it is a little bit nicer if you are especially trying to manage stripes. If you're trying to manage stripes and you want them all to go all the way down the arm like this, then this is a good pattern to choose because we are making the sleeves right into the body of the front and the back of the sweater. So I've had questions about that. So that's really why Crystal's wearing this today. I wanted to show it to you one more time. Also, I did a little bit of color correcting up here because when you crochet the front, you crochet up this side. You start the sleeve, of course. You start the sleeve about right here, and then you continue to do the sleeve to the neckline. And then on the other side, you start here and do the same thing. So what happens when you crochet out like that, these colors you should try to kind of match them across the way. And you'll see when you start making the pattern how that works. It's very simple, but I didn't even match mine exactly. See, these 2 rows are kind of the same, and they're not really at the same height on the sweater. And then there was the green, and it worked out great up there. Let's look at the back. I think the back was mostly purple. Yes. The back is basically, I don't know how this happened. It must have been in the same cake. Well, she's making a racket. I'm sorry about that. We need to grease up the wheels down there or something. So this is all purple. Every bit of this is purple. And it's purple all the way down to the bottom. And even the green has some purple mixed in it down here. So the back is a beautiful color. I don't see it because I never look in the mirror at the back. But that is a very pretty color. The front is mostly yellow and gold mixed with blues and mixed with different colored blues. And then it picks up this olive green at the top, and then on the back, of course, is the purple. So it's a very interesting sweater. It's not crazy looking, though, because I think one reason is that the sleeves go straight out from the bust line, and they don't cause a visual break right here. And that's why I like this pattern with mandala tweed yarn by Lion Brand. So just remember that when you're selecting a pattern to make for the mandala tweed, and a lot of people like that. I do too. I really like that yarn. I used a J hook and the number 4 yarn for this particular sweater, and it went very, very quickly. The woodland tweed is a number 3 weight, but it also goes fast because it's got a pretty big neckline here. So you miss out on all this crochet. You crochet up to the back, and then you do this part, which has quite a bit of a break right here. And then the sleeves are very minimal here. Over here, I took them all the way to the elbow. So that's the difference in these 2 patterns. So if you're looking for a pattern for a 4-weight self-striping, this might be a good one for you. All right, 2 WIPs that I want to talk about today that I've been working on this weekend. First of all, this is my, I don't know the name of it, sweater. It's a DK made with a yarn that I received from the UK. I just love this. I work on it just a little bit at a time, but it's 246 yards on the hank, and the hanks look like this. Really love it. Y'all have seen this a couple times. I apologize for showing it so much, but I really like it. I wanted you to see the progress that I was making on it. It's not a huge amount, but I'm almost through with 1 hank. Look at that. and I'm getting a little nervous because I only have 2 others. Now I made this very, very wide. This is going to be a wide sweater, and again, I'm going to show this to you. I didn't intend for it to be this wide. I was going to make it right about here, right about there, but I added 2 inches to it. I don't know why. I put it up against myself and I thought it was just fine, but honestly, it's a little bit too big. So I'm going to just go ahead and make it. I'm not going to adjust it or anything. And if I need to order some more wool, I'll order 1 more hank. I don't think it'll be that big a deal. But I have 2 full hanks yet left, and I need to figure out how much I've used and how much was on this ball so I can better estimate what kind of sweater I can make, because I really don't know where I'm going with it. I know I wanted the rib at the bottom, so I did that, and it disappeared into that really busy yarn, but that's okay. Lesson learned again and again, as I learn quite often. But I wanted you to see what I was doing with that. That's made with an eye hook, and it's a DK weight yarn, so I really, really like it. I love the colors, yellow and gray. Can you believe it? I love yellow and gray. So those are some favorite summer colors that I like. The second WIP that I'm working on is with the Mandala Ombre. This is a size 4 weight yarn, and I'm trying to make it so that I don't have to wear a tank top underneath this sweater for the summertime. And I bought the cool yarn and the cool colorway. This is what I have left of it so far. I've been working on this all weekend, and I watched a couple of movies and worked on this at the same time. So here's what it looks like so far. Let me just show you this. It's a little stripy. I'm not loving it, but it's okay. This is the bottom, and it's the dark. So I like the dark at the bottom. That's okay. And then it gets light in the middle, and then it's going back to dark right up here. And I'm almost finished with this particular ombre. I've got 2 more cakes, and that should be enough to finish this sweater. It should be plenty to finish the sweater, because I plan to put some short sleeves in it. It's also a very large sweater. I don't know why I'm making such large sweaters. I guess because they're kind of popular right now, and I like them, but it's always good to make one to fit you every so often. I don't know about boxy sweaters for all the time. I just don't know if that's a good idea. So this is a huge sweater. I don't know how I got it this big. I think I was going to make a summer essentials with it, and you can correct me if I said I was doing something else. But this is as big as a summer essential sweater, and it's just made with a number 4 yarn. And that's way different from the fingering weight yarn that I made the original sweater with. So let me show you that sweater. This is the summer essential sweater that I made earlier this year, about a month ago, I guess. And it is a very large sweater. It's very, very big, and I like it because it's very drapey. I don't know how drapey the ombre is going to be. It looks like it's going to be okay. And this one, I just really didn't do much with the sleeves at all. I added some ribbing at the bottom of the sleeve, but the sleeve comes down pretty far on my arm, almost to the elbow, because it's so boxy. So going around me, I believe that the ombre is even bigger than this one. Let me see how big this is. This had a lot of ease. Oh, yeah. This has about 10 or 12 inches of ease in it. And I think that's what the pattern says. This one has, and I'll show you how much ease it has in it. There is my side seam. Look at that. It's 12 inches of ease easily. So it's even bigger than the summer essentials. We'll see how that works. It's got a pretty good drape to it. And I don't plan to put any sleeves in this much either, so it shouldn't be too hot. This is actually made, let me tell you what's in this particular yarn. Oh, it's 100% acrylic. So I like it. I've always liked this color. I like gray and white. I like gray and yellow. I like white and gray and white. I like all those colors, so this is going to fit right into my wardrobe. I actually have bought, and you probably saw them, I bought some white jeans for summer, so that should look really good with this. I also have some black jeans. So that's a good thing to wear with these colors. I like black and white together. I think they look very classy, and pretty much wear anything as long as it fits well. I don't know about that. We'll see how that sweater goes, but it's also taking me a while to make it. It's because it's so big. And then now I have to make the front. in the same width. So it's going to take a while to get that taken care of. So anyway, those are my two works in progress that I worked on this weekend. Well, we welcome Jo back, who makes Jo Totes. These are project bags for crochet and knitting, and very, very beautiful, very specialized and custom bags. So she makes each bag for a certain person in a certain way. So this is a video about her dragonfly bag. It's quite lovely.
Hello everyone. I have a bag to show you today that I just finished, and this bag is not going too far from here. It's going to Cleveland, Tennessee to Kathy, and we tried to kind of meet up so I could give her bag to her, but that's not going to be possible. And if I put it in the mail in the morning, she'll get it Thursday, and today is Tuesday. Kind of lose track of time when one day is the same as the others and you can't leave the house. It is the most beautiful fabric that I've ever sewn with. And I've made a couple of these bags, and they're all just gorgeous, and I always look forward to using this fabric. So the fabric is the Dragonfly fabric. And so this is the back of the bag, and that's the fabric that I think is just so gorgeous. And then the front of the bag, because Kathy loves purple, has a purple pocket on it. And then it has the medallion that picks up on the turquoise and a little bit of the, I guess it's kind of hard to see, the pinkish orange that's in some of the little dragonflies. The handles have a little flower on it that kind of goes with the motif of what the dragonflies look like. The zipper has this pull tab on it. I'll show you the pull tab, or the stitch marker on it. I think you can see that pretty well. It's got purple and gold, and there is gold running through, not real gold. There's gold print on some of these, on most of all the dragonflies, so it makes it really, really pretty. So the inside has one pocket, and it's a coordinating fabric of purple, and it's got a little bit of the purple here that I used in the zipper binding and in the bottom of the bag. And then I got some new stitch markers in that I used for the first time in Kathy's bag, and I don't know how functional they are. I'll let Kathy tell me if she uses them, or Jeannie probably would know for sure if those are good stitch markers, but I thought they were cute. They're in purple and gold to match the bag. And then on the zipper tabs, I have two of these little bitty dragonflies that I put on either end. Kind of finishes it off a little bit. Anyway, so this bag goes to Kathy today, or in the morning, and she'll get it by Thursday, and I look forward to making my next bag. Bye!
Now today is Monday, and that's usually my giveaway day. I'm thinking about maybe not doing so many giveaways, but then everybody says, "Oh, I do giveaways," and I know you do. I think it's fun, and I don't do it so that y'all will watch me. I honestly don't. I just enjoy giving things away. So today is Happy Monday, and today is giveaway day. I like to throw out 3 giveaway gifts out there for y'all to sign up for, and this week is no different, although the difference is that they won't be mailed out. I'm just going to give away 3 patterns from my Etsy shop, and I hope that's okay with y'all. I'm working on another project right now, another big project, and I'm not writing patterns this week. I've been writing patterns every week for many months, about one a week for the last 35 or 34 weeks, and it's just been amazing. I really enjoyed it, but I'm going to take that time and I'm going to spend it doing a couple of other things that'll be new for you. So I want to give away 3 patterns from my Etsy shop this week, and the keyword for this week, and you put a comment down in the box below, and the keyword this week is bamboo, and that's what this is made from, bamboo, B-A-M-B-O-O. So write the word bamboo in your comment, and you'll be in the running for one of the 3 patterns that we'll select on Friday. So I hope you have a wonderful week. I will be back on Friday when we'll talk about what's on the hook.